Yo, come show us some love over at mtggoldfishmerch.com. You can get some dice, you can also get tokens, deck boxes, playmats, and merch. This programming is rated R for rad. This content's only for serial chillers. If my decks or playstyle makes you mad, haters can stay mad and touch grass. Salty Gamers requires accompanying parent or adult. Yo, what's up? This video's been brought to you by Card Kingdom.
Welcome back to another episode of Single Scoop. If you remember, back in the day, Angels used to be 5+ mana. I love my Baneslayer, and those are just like all-time goats when you think of Angels, right? But nowadays, they're kind of low in the cost, and they're super cheap, and you've got like Lightskull, Inquisitor, you've got Giada, Font of Hope, Youthful Valkyrie. I mean, sure, you still have Lyra, because who doesn't love Lyra? But the main thing is, there's a lot of cheap Angels now. Between Resplendent Angel and all that, now you just got to play mono white Angels, and I think this deck is actually disruptive enough and quick enough to beat some of the aggressive decks. Maybe not the control decks, but it is a deck that builds a big enough board, big enough bodies between Giada and all of that, kind of just testing where our opponents are on removal, and Lightstall Inquisitor can sometimes force a deck to stumble enough. Even if this is a 1 mana like meta, sometimes those 1 mana cards costing 2 mana could be all the difference. So we're gonna see if these Angels are just able to get there. This deck looks absurdly fair because it is, but this is a video about fair Magic and how fair Magic needs to still be able to win. And let's see if we can do it. Not bad. I'll keep this. I have interaction. Do I plan on actually deploying the Lightstall Inquisitor now? No. I'm going to wait until they get lower on cards, then deploy it. Plus, it grows with Giada. So, I'm going to play Giada here. Then we get Youthful Valkyrie, potentially, plus Lightstall Inquisitor. Yeah, that's going to be a big turn. Assuming that they don't answer Giada. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay, Arden. Oh, no, not Arden. That's Valkavoth's Faithful. All right, I'm going to just go to combat first. Then I'm going to add the mana, which will then allow me to play Youthful Valkyrie, which will then allow me to go ahead and, you know what? I will deploy the Lightstall Inquisitor first, because maybe the opponent doesn't think about, like, you know, what they exile, like, oh, I have a threat, so I'll just keep what I've got. Although I do not imagine them having a fear of missing out really dictates what they do and don't exile. I figured I'd do it anyways. All right, so Valkavoth's Faithful gone. That's a card that I probably need to get rid of, right? But as of right now, I see no reason to care about Fear of Missing Out because it's not doing anything. So I'll save Seam Rip so I can go ahead and pick off the Valkavoth's Faithful. Because otherwise, FOMO's just sitting there. It can't swing into the Lightstall Inquisitor all that well. That's fine with me. Still nothing in the graveyard yet, so okay. I'll go ahead and just rip the Fear of Missing Out now. All right, so they're going to block just like that. That's fine with me. Maybe I should have played the Inspiring Overseer early, but nah, I'll be okay, right? This should be okay. What 4-mana sweeper do they have that can answer 3s? A 3. I believe they could have Day of the Black Sun, but that's fine. Okay, nothing to worry about for 3-mana reanimations right now. Imidane's Recruiter, a solid blocker, I assume. All right, I guess I'll just block it. Seems good enough for me. And that should lock it up. Plus, I'll also, on top of that, just put a 1/1 counter on everything. All right, in I go. Yo, Angels kind of popped off there. Seems good. I've got the Momo on turn 1. Which means he can run pretty wild. How much does this matter? Cecil. Let me try this. I'm going to go Lightstall Inquisitor first. Lightstall Inquisitor kind of taxes their lands or whatever, their early plays, which I assume they have many of. Only 1 mana in front of them. That's fine with me. I'll take it. Tragic Trajectory. You got it. I'm going to go ahead and just play Momo and Lightstall Inquisitor them again. So let's see what they've got now. They put away a land, a swamp, with the first Inquisitor. All right, there goes their Unholy Annex, which tells me they probably have another one. I get to Inspiring Overseer plus Seam Rip. Oh, Unstoppable Slasher. That I can live with. Okay. Yes. Let's do the thing. All right, sweet. I'll swing 2. Let's go ahead and now and just pick off Cecil while I can. Now, if they want to try to do the demon plan of connecting with Unstoppable Slasher and then play Bloodletter of Aklazats, I've got 2 blockers here. Unholy Annex, well, hey, that's fine with me. They're down to 12. I like it. Let's see what I can find now. That's another +1. Oh, that's solid. I'm going to go ahead and just pick off the Unholy Annex. And then in I go for 5. Gain some of that life back. They have to double removal plus have Bloodletter to kill me in 1 turn, which I know they don't. The only reason why I put on Overseer, by the way, is because Overseer doesn't get popped by Day of Black Sun. However, I could have equipped Sheltered by Ghost to Lightstall Inquisitor, so if they remove it, they still get their thing back, but, you know, who cares? All right, I'm down in 8 or 9. Unstoppable Slasher seems good. Yeah. Why don't I do this? Play a flyer. Play another flyer. Let's eat another card out of your hand. And I think that's good enough to win it here because I'll have 2 Inspiring Overseers and Momo. And that's Xaxes as I see it. Look at that, my ability to math. I am going to hope that I actually draw something else to do, but I also need a land. Oh, this is a little awkward, isn't it? Okay, I drew a card. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. It's fine. I'll play Inquisitor now. Get some of the damage going early. I don't know what their deck does. I don't want to find out. But it... Oh, God, is it mono white? It could be mono white. Ah, Seam Rip. Okay, so their Orzhov, maybe Esper Self-Bounce. Got it. I'm going to go ahead and play Giada, Font of Hope. Let's see if they answer this. Well, perfect. Didn't need it anyways, I guess. Does this answer exile a non-land permanent opponent controls, right? So I'll go ahead and just play Giada. Then I'm going to Seam Rip their Seam Rip. That has the Lightstall Inquisitor underneath it. Which will now give me a 3-2 Lightstall Inquisitor. And on top of that, now I have 2 bodies. This I can get down with. I can also pop an enchantment of theirs with Requisition Raid and pump my board. Okay, Cathar Commando. Solid. It's a tap lands and starting town checks on what turn it is, not how many lands you have. Okay, what can I find for 1 mana Momo? Let me see. They get their thing back. They pick off. Yeah, I'll get rid of Inquisitor. I think Inquisitor's worth a ditch there. So I'll swing. I'm going to just go ahead and play Starfield Shepherd. Now let's go digging. Do I want another land? No. I'll take another Lightstall Inquisitor, though. All right, Ketramos. That's fine with me. I pump and I swing. Yeah. All right, and I go. Some more damage for our opponent. They do get 5 cards in exile, which is really funny, isn't it? Do I want to eat any more cards out of their hand? Yeah, why not? It gives me another body. I'll take it. This means that they have the incentive to not play any of those other cards. Any of those cards they currently own in exile. Okay, they have 5 in exile. They've got a Raven Eagle. Star Cage. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But I can get it all back, which is nice. Okay. So I can destroy an artifact, an enchantment. Destroy an artifact, an enchantment, and put a 1/1 on everything I've got. Artifact, that's going to be Star Cage. Enchantment will be that. And then target player, I'll put it on my stuff. Oh, I could have actually played Lightstall Inquisitor here. I'll keep the Giada that has like a million counters on it. All right. So, demo field. Let's get that last card. Why not, right? That's what we came here to do. So, if they play anything there, that's fine with me. Unfortunately, that is a Star Cage in their hand, but I don't know if I can do anything about that right now, at least. Other than smack them, which they'll gain 4, but then I can go ahead and they go up to 9. I animate Soulstone Sanctuary. That should be enough. Yep, got there. No Momo. I have an answer on turn 1 in Seam Rip, but that's about... Oh, yes, I could play Starfield. Starfield Shepherd's fine. Let's see how this plays out. His hand's a little bit slow, but... Llanowar Elf. How much do I care about this Llanowar Elf? I think I'm okay with the Llanowar Elf as long as... Let me see. I go and rip Llanowar off their hands. They go and play Badger Mole Cub. I'm in trouble. This gives me another chance to see what they could have. If I can pick off the Badger Mole Cub, I'm happy about that. All right, Keen-Eyed Curator. All right, let's do this. I'll go ahead and play Lightstall Inquisitor. See what I can rip from their hand. All right, what did we rip from them? Demon Wall. Okay, so this tells me everything I need to know. I'll go ahead and just pick off this Llanowar Elf. Leave them with Keen-Eyed Curator for the time being. No blocks, you got it. All right, that's good enough for us. No 1-drop. Cast an Angel spell, huh? I guess I could find another land with Starfield Shepherd. Oh, that was a good draw. I'm going to try this. Let's see what happens. Maybe Lightstall Inquisitor eats it, but what are you going to do? Or maybe I do I should have done nothing, maybe. And then just play Giada on the ground. And then waited for everything after. Then deploy all my angels. But then if I don't get to keep Giada, then I kind of just took turns off. All right, so this is definitely blue-red lessons, isn't it? I think I could safely say that it's going to be blue-red lessons. Oh, it's weapons manufacturing. I lied. Everything I said was a lie. I want the land, don't I? Problem here is, what options do I have next turn? They could go ahead and make a lander token whenever a non-token. Okay. I'm going to try this. I'm going for Giada. Giada means I can get a land, potentially, with Starfield Shepherd, right? We go ahead and warp using Giada's mana, then Requisition Rating. Well, never mind. That's bad. Because that also counts as an artifact for them to just do shenanigan stuff with. Candy Trail, okay, yeah. Sacrifice. I guess if they have no sack outlet, though, they can't shoot my stuff. So maybe that's where it's got to go. All right. All right, we get in there for 2. I have no mana right now. I don't want to chance it when it comes to them having all of these little artifact tokens that can just be flung with whatever random effects they might have. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, they drew a card. They get to deal 2. Yep. Hold on, let me just make sure this is right. So Clarion Conqueror would shut down every one of these abilities and these cards. I kind of love that. All right, Clarion Conqueror it is. We're going to see if I regret it because I could have just killed Chandra. But this gives me the chance to have something on board. Oh, wow. That's brutal. Yep. Having a Warmaker gunship, that's disgusting. Okay. I think it's time to pop Chandra in the face and call it a day from there. They sack munitions. I take 2. They draw another card, unfortunately. All right, let me draw a land. All right. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and just warp. All right, give me the land. I'll take it. Then I've got to pop Chandra now. For next turn, where is she? Emblems. I don't want to deal with that. But now, whenever they sack, they can have these map tokens that sack and do stuff. Oh, God. Okay, they gained 3, drew a card. Oh, my lord, they are popping off. They have no sack outlet, though, thankfully. They're just sitting there holding onto a bunch of cards, right? What can I do about that? You know, I'm going to just go ahead and play Starfield Shepherd as a 3-2 flyer. I'm going to grab Lightstall Inquisitor, and I'll pass to them. For when they inevitably just sack one of their artifacts and deal 2 damage, I'll now have the option to, like, pick it off with Sheltered by Ghosts. Get them to burn whatever removal they may have right now. Phoenix Fleet Airship. Oh, crap. That's so good here. Please don't have anything. Oh, my God. That was exactly what I needed. Okay. Here I go. What do you got in hand? A land. Perfect. I'm going to make them work for it. when it comes to answering my Lightstall Inquisitor. If they're just going to sack stuff, they got to pay 2 each time. Weapons Manufacturing the sequel, okay? It's actually the third in the trilogy. Very nice. What can I do here? I can make them pay 4. Ward 4 is kind of funny, actually. Yeah, you know, I'm just going to animate. All right. Could I have done more damage? Probably. Craft with 4 more lands. Yeah, I don't want you to have that either. So, okay. I'll go ahead and just rip the Enigma Jewel. Grim Bauble. Perfect. I can kill one of my flyers, but that doesn't really matter to me. I can spawn all these munitions tokens, but they don't do anything. And we've got the Phoenix Fleet airship under control. Whoo! That was close! Momo, Clarion, that's like the dream, right? Unless this matchup is one where it doesn't matter, which I feel like doesn't matter. I think this is going to be demons or something like that. They only have one target, it's Get Lost. All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Can I get Clarion Conqueror out there? I don't know if it even matters, to be honest, because they can just, you know, remove it. Oh, well, perfect. I'm going to play an Angel then. Check that out. How do you feel about that one? Youthful Valkyrie it is. Yeah, all right. What does that do for me? Next turn, they might have something next turn, but this is the clunkier spell. Can they play it flash that can block flying? Nothing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing with Youthful Valkyrie. Just going to Windmill Slam Clarion Conqueror. All right, tells me everything I need to know. Now, next turn, I'm going to go ahead and play Lightstall Inquisitor. All right, I'm going to play the Air Temple. We're going to go ahead and play Lightstall Inquisitor now. I can pay for any Dispelling Exhale stuff unless it's revealed with the dragon. All right, 3 steps ahead. Sounds good to me. It's just blue-black control then. I do love that archetype, though. Woohoo! Yeah, you got it, buddy. Ouch. Looks like they're going to try to exile everything from my graveyard as well. Because I think next turn they may just set it up. Right? They've got the 4 cost in the end. They have a 1 cost, so that means they can pay for the evidence, collect evidence of a deadly cover-up. They're now skimming through my deck. They know everything about my deck. Now we're simply just going to try to win on the back of this Lightstall Inquisitor and Soulstone Sanctuary. I'm sure that won't be a problem. Yep, shock that in. Board wipe or nah? Yeah, it looks like it's a board wipe. So they can rip Clarion Conqueror, Lightstall Inquisitor, or Momo. They know my deck now, though. I guess on the brighter side, they thin out my deck, so that means I'm more likely to draw what I want, right? Unless it's Seam Rip or all the dead cards, you know. What do they take? They took Clarion Conqueror. That's really weird. Yep, like Seam Rip, as I said, you know. All right, 3. Go. At least this can't get shot down with Shoot the Sheriff. I'm safe. They have the end on that, too. Jesus, that's brutal. Yeah, all right. There you go. That's super unfortunate. The end. The end. All of their stuff exiles, so I think they're playing the kind of Unmoored Ego playstyle. All right. All right, so we're not casting anything into them. I'm just going to simply represent that by activating my Abandoned Air Temple, and then I'm going to just swing. Thankfully, I don't got to do too much. They've burnt their counterspell now. They have to discard one of these cards in there. Oh, boy. All right, what is it? Which is it? Nowhere to run. Very solid. I mean, they are all removal, all board wipes and counterspells, so I imagine this is going to be tough for me here. Oh, nice. I'm going to just play Giada. Then I'm going to warp, while I still can, of course. This then allows me to go ahead and play Lightstall Inquisitor and get a big buff on it, even if they have no cards. All right. And now I can do this again next turn. Although, in reality, next turn I'm just going to probably pump my team with Abandoned Air Temple. There they all go. No blocks. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just going to swing 8 And that's good enough for me. If the Giada lives, it flies over their little angel. Or their shark. Oh my god, we won? This is kind of a sick hand. We have Momo and a potentially inspiring Overseer. Alright, they look like they're playing some kind of colorless deck, right? Maybe mono white, mono black, and then just a bunch of artifacts and Ugin. Planetarium, potentially. Oh, mama no. Okay. That tells me everything I need to know. This has reach, right? Okay, well, I didn't forget about that. But I will offer the trade if you want. Alright, they said no to the trade. Unfortunate. I think this is Uraboroid, right? Oh, Badger Mole Cup. Okay, I definitely need a Clarion Conqueror, or I'm in so much trouble. Uraboroid here is huge. Oh, thanks, I guess. They just ramped. That's disgusting. Also, though, they did just do me a big favor by deck thinning so I could draw another land. All right, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, that went poorly, but this will change it all. Grab a land. Just kidding. Not grabbing a land. I am... At this point, right, they have 2-4. They have so much mana already. Like, what can I really do here that I couldn't do before? If I leave them with Badger Mole Cub, that's 2-6 mana already. That's pretty gross. All right. Yep. All right, in I go. Next turn, I can go ahead and play Starfield Shepherd again, but I don't know what that's going to do for me. Really just need to pick off Uraboroid more than anything else. Okay. Opponent is going to do the deck thinning thing for me again. Maybe now I'll draw Clarion Conqueror. Am I right? Let me draw Clarion Conqueror. Uraboroid here obviously sucks, but, you know, I can manage. Oh, that's pretty rough as well. A spell with mana value 4 or greater. Wow, I drew hot garbage. Okay. I don't know. I'm just going to put it on Momo, I guess. We got to get rid of this card now. All right, that's 4 in the air. Next turn, I can go ahead and grab another Lightstall Inquisitor. Oh, Baloth. Well, Baloth doesn't actually reach, though, so I guess that's fine. This part's not great that they're just spawning a ton of bodies, but... yeah, I'll just take this. I'll wait for the next turn. All right. We go grab another Lightstall Inquisitor, because why not? What was that from their hand? It was a land? Okay, none of these have reach, right? Sick. Right now, as long as I just... oh, God, this is going to be bad for me, isn't it? What does this do? Whenever one more creature with power graders, deliver that many basic land cards, but on battlefield tapped and shuffle. Oh, okay, hold on. That's fine. I can probably just... they spawn a lot of bodies, right? Like, that's a given. But, I mean, I guess there's really no reason to take this because these angels can't do anything anyways. Like, they don't fly over anything. Doesn't matter now, right? Because they only have one reacher. Nothing else has reach. Boom, so they die anyways. And we barely scrape by. You know, I kind of like this because I can go answer on turn 1, Valkyrie, and then Starfield Shepherd, War, pumping Valkyrie, and getting just like, I don't know, Lightstall Inquisitor. Or Momo. Okay. This could end poorly for me, but let's find out. Okay, yeah, it's Kona. Let me see. Oh, boy. What am I supposed to do about this, right? Because I can't stop Kona. If they get the thing that gives it hexproof, I'm kind of cooked. Uh-oh. What's going on over there? Oh, Boomerang Basics? Hello? Okay. What do I want to grab here? Momo's nice because it actually makes things cost a little bit less. But Lightstall taxes the hand, but they have so many cards. So I guess who cares? All right, in I go for 2. Oh, wait. I guess if they just Kona here, I lose, right? Oh, they didn't have it. Forgot about that part where they just play it because I forgot the Uthros there. Yeah. All right, in for 5. I'm going to go ahead and Seam Rip here. I'm going to try to get rid of the Roiling Dragonstorm. All right, pass to them. All right, do they have Kona? So if I play the Lyra is just going to get me cooked, isn't it? I think I just lose if I play the Lyra, because if they have an answer, I'm super dead. It doesn't win me the game, right? That's 2, and then that becomes a total of 5, and that becomes a total of 10. That's still not enough. I need them to not have the 2 mana enchantment that gives hexproof, or I lose. Oh, okay. Sure. Accumulate wisdom, so it's a lessons deck? Quench is definitely something they have, by the way. It'll quench you. All right, Cavern of Souls popping off over there for the opponent. That's fine. I'm just going to try to do this. I'm leaving up my mana for Quench. Oh, they couldn't hang. We got there. Yeah, you know what? I'm on the play. Sure. Maybe they're a Badger Mole Cub deck. If they're a Badger Mole Cub deck, then we can game. I guess if they're a creature-dependent deck, I have Seam Rip, but not feeling too hot right now. But I kept a greedy hand. All right. I can get down with this. This is not bad. Maybe they'll exile something not knowing that like they're actually going to lose that Llanowar Elf. All right, they went and ripped a land? Okay, that tells me everything I need to know. I see a swamp, so this is Golgari shenanigans, isn't it? All right. Off to you, opponent. What do you got? Badger Mole Cub. Love it. Except I don't. They saw the line, they didn't block. However, they did animate a land, and now they are down to 1. Now we go and do the thing where I just immediately make it harder for them to interact with me. Right? Like now they have only 1 land, or they're down a land. They have to pay Ward 2. Oh, sick. I think that was the wrong play, actually. Never mind. That was not... What? Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm not here to tell you how to play your deck. You do you. I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I guess, Lightstall Inquisitor. Pass. They may not have noticed that they actually shut off another land, but that's fine. Thanks for checking out that video. If you enjoyed it, check out this one where we use Iroh T Master to give away things. Because, you know, it's nice to give your opponents gifts, like Demonic Pact, Greed's Gambit, and things like that.